ECRAC is one of 11 councils that serves the 5 counties in East Central Minnesota. Applications can be found on the East Central Regional Arts Council website and must be turned in by midnight, October 1st. This has been your local news right here on WCMP. I'm Joe Keyport.
The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another broadcast of high school volleyball here on WCMP. Whether you're listening on the radio at 106.5 FM, AM 1350, or you're watching live online at our website, WCMPradio.com. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. You're tuned in to a good one here in the Great River Conference between the Pine City Dragons, who are the home team, and the Ogilvie Lions, the visitors here this evening. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I will bring you all the action here from this evening's game. It is, as I mentioned before, a Great River Conference game between these two teams, the homestanding Pine City Dragons and the visitors, the Ogilvie Lions. Both of these teams have played already once this week, and both teams doing pretty well, but both getting different outcomes. Pine City, they played on Tuesday, same as Ogilvie actually, but much later than Ogilvie played on Tuesday. Ogilvie had a very rare early afternoon game up in Onamia against the Mille Lacs Raiders. As a very rare game. I've never been a part of a early afternoon volleyball broadcast, and on Tuesday I was, and it was interesting. It was interesting to be a part of. It was very different, a super cool atmosphere, as Onamia High School had pretty much the entire student body from the high school and elementary school at that game, and my goodness, you want to talk about loud. It was as loud can be. I mean, I don't want to make comparisons to pro stadiums, but it was to the point where I almost couldn't hear myself talk. It was awesome. It was an amazing atmosphere to see, and it was even better action out on the court. Ogilvie, man, they gave everything they could handle to Mille Lacs on Tuesday afternoon, and it looked like Mille Lacs didn't know what to expect from Ogilvie. Ogilvie came out firing, and it looked like it kind of surprised Mille Lacs. It looked like Mille Lacs was a little bit surprised by the play of Ogilvie there on Tuesday afternoon. I nearly said evening, but on Tuesday afternoon in Ogilvie, they surprised me by their play, and we know Mille Lacs is at the top of the Great River Conference this year, again, undefeated so far. And I hadn't seen either of the teams, Ogilvie nor Mille Lacs, play yet, so it was kind of interesting to see what kind of teams they were looking like. And my goodness, two very, very good teams. Mille Lacs wound up coming out on top in that game over Ogilvie, 3-0. But when you look back on the score, and maybe you can go back and watch it, it really doesn't seem like a 3-0 match. It definitely looked more or less like Ogilvie could have made it 4 or 5 sets, and they easily could have. They had a couple mistakes in that one, a couple serves that went long into the net. I mean, it happens in every volleyball match. That happens. You're not going to go without a mistake in any sporting event ever, but it was very close. Like I mentioned, Ogilvie gave everything they could handle to Mille Lacs in the first set. Second set was a bit more dominant by the Mille Lacs Raiders, but Ogilvie still made it close there towards the end. And then in the third set, my oh my, was it. Mille Lacs came out just absolutely firing on all cylinders, and good rhythm as well. But, man, towards the later part of that set, you could really tell Ogilvie knew what was at stake. They knew that they were facing the possibility of getting beat in that third set. They were only a couple points away, and you could tell that they were on edge about it, that they could feel it. They gave everything they could in that third set, everything they had left in them, every ounce, but it was just a little too late for Ogilvie as they fell 3-0. But a very good match nonetheless for Ogilvie, despite falling, but I think this is a team in the Ogilvie Lions in which they're going to surprise some teams, I think, still during the season and in the postseason. I know we talk about postseason quite often, even before we're even close to the postseason. But we're about, I think, 3 weeks away. Well, technically 4 weeks away of postseason play, but 3 weeks away of the end of the regular season here for fall sports. So it is coming up way too quickly for my liking. I just feel like I just got into the swing of things of the regular season, and we're just about over. Of course, football's season is only 8 weeks long, and that's about the duration of the volleyball season. They may have one more week of play, but that's about it, because I think they have a week before where they have tournaments. That first week, I guess it would technically be considered a week 0 matchup or tournament for a lot of volleyball teams. But yeah, so we got about 9 weeks of regular season play for fall sports, and then it's all said and done, and then we move on to playoffs. We reset the records at 0, and then we move on. But I really do think this Ogilvie team is going to surprise a lot of people here yet this season. I think they're going to shock a lot of people and a lot of teams, because I think this is a much better squad than people may think it is. They are a very good team. They're a very scrappy team. They've got a lot of heart. They've got a lot of fight in them, and I don't think any team should take them lightly, because if you do take them lightly, that's the chance that you're going to give Ogilvie, and then Ogilvie's going to take advantage of that, and that's kind of something we seen on Tuesday is Mille Lacs. I don't think they really knew what to expect from this Ogilvie team, and Ogilvie exploited that early on and nearly upset the Mille Lacs Raiders, I think, in a couple of those sets. And I say upset just because it's on. Whenever you're in volleyball, I think it's so easy for it to go either way. But when it's on a different team's home court, I think that would be considered an upset in my opinion. Excuse me, but we look to Ogilvie, and yeah, it's been pretty even. They're just one game above 500. They're 6-6 in the section. Now, their section is Section 5 Single A Pod D. There are 4 pods in that Section 5A, and it's Pod A, B, C, and D. So 4 pods, and Ogilvie, along with Mille Lacs, Brampton East Central, are in Pod D, and they are 6-6 in all of Section 5A. So they have not played 12 games in just Section 5 Single A Pod D alone. In all of 5A, they have played 12 games, and they're 500 in 5A play. They're 1-4 in the conference. So it's been a back and forth season, like I mentioned. One game above 500, and again, they've played Mille Lacs once at home, and they fell, but, I just think this Ogilvie team keeps getting better and better and sees more and more as the season goes along, and I think they will have a chance to make a nice push at the end of the regular season. For the Pine City Dragons, well, they have 3 losses, but 1 in section play and 1 only in conference play. That 1 section loss came against Rush City back last week on Thursday. It was a really tough match, and it looked like if Pine City could just get a few things to fall their way, it was going to go possibly to a 5th set, but not to be. Rush City very dominant here this season. And speaking of, they play tonight against the Mille Lacs Raiders, and that will be for the top spot alone in the conference. Those 2 teams going into tonight undefeated, but we'll see who takes the victory in that one. But as I mentioned, for Pine City, 4-1 in the section in 7 AA, and 9-3 overall. They're ranked 23rd in the state. They did move up a couple of spots as they did beat a section opponent in Hinckley-Finlayson on Tuesday. We had a couple of years in a row where Pine City went up to Hinckley-Finlayson for their first volleyball game of the season. They got down 2-0, came back and won 3 straight sets to win. 3-2 in 5 sets. It was very cool to see, but that time on Tuesday, not what happened. What happened was in that first set, Pine City, Hinckley-Finlayson, pretty even. Pine City kind of pulled away, but then that second and third set, man, it was very even between those 2 teams, and it looked like Hinckley-Finlayson in both of the second and third set looked like they might have been able to get out of there with an upset a couple of times. They led at certain points, and unfortunately in the second set they never led too much and could never pull away with that lead. But the third set was very different, very back and forth in that third set. They traded leads and then tied it up a bunch. So it was very interesting third set, but Pine City wound up coming away with the victory 3-0. And Pine City, what we've seen here this season, something that we haven't seen the past 2 seasons, is they really like to substitute a lot of players in and out just to keep those legs fresh, to keep those bodies fresh, make sure everyone's not getting too tired. And I love that strategy. It's different. It is different than what we've seen, and I think it can also keep the other team, the opposing team, on their heels, because then they don't know really what's coming at them. You can get someone who's hot, they can still stay in the game, but then you've got a different formation and maybe not the starting formation out there, and they bring something different. So I think that's the versatility of this Dragons volleyball team, is they can go really with any lineup out there, any starting lineup, and I think it's just as good as the previous starting lineup, and that's the benefit that this Dragons volleyball team has this year, is they can really go with any starting lineup they want and have just as much of a good outcome as the other starting lineup. And that's not to say that one starting lineup is better than the other. That's not to say it's any worse. I think they're pretty even across the board, and that's why we've seen so many different starting lineups for this Dragons volleyball team this year, is because they are so versatile. They are able to do that, and each of these players is just as good in the starting lineup as the other. So I enjoyed watching all these teams play. I wish the season wasn't coming to an end as quickly as it was. Wish we could go on forever, but we've got to look forward to playoffs and then winter sports, but that is coming in a few weeks. We'll get there when we get there. As for this game, just about set to get underway. We'll take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we will have had our starting lineups and our national anthem played, and then we will be set for first serve here in Pine City, where the Pine City Dragons host the Ogilvie Lions in a Great River Conference matchup.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's 0 on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? I got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP Radio.com. Your starting lineups for the Ogilvie Lions will be number 3, Lex Nearing. Number 4, Grace Hines. Number 7, Cadence Pierce. Number 11, Olivia Sundet. And 13, Caitlin Sundet. And then number 16, Haley Bowling. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, it is number 2, Abby Agard. Number 3, Chloe Lind. Number 5, Arissa Rydberg. Number 10, Emma Hermanson. Number 11, Sage Staber. And number 12, Maddie Bombard, along with Carly Jusak, number 18. So the Ogilvie Lions, they have 2 seniors. That is Bailey Heald and Haley Bowling. Going to be a very senior-led team next year, kind of along the same lines as Pine City. They have 5 seniors this year, but the rest are primarily juniors with 1 10th grader in Morgan Mako. So it's going to be an interesting year next year for both of these teams. I think for a lot of teams next year, actually. A lot of teams next year, I think, are going to have a lot of seniors. And it'll be interesting to see because with senior comes that senior experience and leadership. And it'll be interesting. I think next year going to be very fun seeing all these seniors out here. But again, the seniors tonight for Ogilvie are Bailey Heald and Haley Bowling. And then for the Pine City Dragons, it's Gabby Schumacher, Chloe Lind, Maggie Smetna, Maddie Bombard, and Sky Aarons. Those are the seniors for both sides here this evening. It is Parents' Night here. Pine City Dragons introduced their parents for the C-Squad, JV, and varsity players. Got to walk out to center court and take a picture with their parents. As we are just about set to get underway here in Pine City. First serve, Arissa Rydberg will do the honors. It's up. It's over. Dug up by Cadence Pierce. Over the net, blocked by Lynn. We get a whistle, and this is going to be on Ogilvie. So the whistle on Ogilvie will give Pine City the first point of this match. Here in set number 1, it's 1-0 Pine City. Serve is up, it is over, and that's dug up by Bailey Heald, the libero, and looking to get it across is Lex Naring. Dug up by Jusak now, and Lynn looks for the kill. It is in on that back near side corner. Two nothing now is the score. Rydberg's serve is over once again, dug up by Heald. And getting it across is Olivia Sundet, but it is out on the near side. And that'll be another point here for Pine City, 3-0, early set number 1. Rydberg serve over once again, dug up by Lex Nearing, and hit on over by Grace Hines, and that'll be the first points for Ogilvie, 3-1 the score. And Grace Hines will go back to serve now for the Lions. Lions wearing their black jerseys with the orange striping, and outlined in white are the numbers and letters. Serve is over, dug up by the Dragons, hit across by Rydberg, then dug up by Pierce. And Olivia Sundet looks for the kill. That is in on the back line. And a kill there for Olivia Sundet makes it 3-2. Dragons wearing their black jerseys with the green striping. Letters and numbers outlined in white. It's a serve, dug up by Jusak to Rydberg with the set. And Staber with the hit across. That's dug up by Heald. And now looking for the kill is Lex Nearing. And Maddie Bombard diving for it, but it goes out of bounds. And it's all tied up at 3. We're tied at 3 here in the first set. Pine City scored the first 3, and now Ogilvie's come back with 3 unanswered. As Hines with the serve, dug up by Jusak to Rydberg, and Sage Staber looks for the kill, blocked at the net, but it wasn't blocked. It was hit into the net by the Dragons. So it wasn't blocked. That'll be 4 hits, and Ogilvie will now take the lead. 4-3 is the Ogilvie lead after giving up 3 points. They come back with 4 unanswered now. And they lead 4-3. Hines' serve is dug up by Staber to Rydberg with the set. And Abby Agard with the hit across, dug up by the Lions. Lex Nearing looking for the kill, blocked at the net by the Dragons, but dug up by the Ogilvie Lions. It's hit across here by Haley Bowling, dug up by Bombard. And now Agard will look for the kill. That is in. Perfect placement by Abby Agard on that one. And we are tied at 4. Going back to serve now is Abby Agard. And a lot of times don't need the hardest hit, just perfect placement. Nice serve on that one by Agard, dug up by Pierce, then hit back across by the Dragons, and now got the Lions scrambling a little bit. They get it across. Lynn with the dig, and Lynn lining this one up. Blocked at the net by the Lions. They'll keep it alive off the block, and Lex Nearing looking for the kill. It's down, and Lions will take the lead right back, 5-4. Abby Agard is checking out, and in for her is Summer Thiemann, and she'll go to that back line. The back line right now, Jusak, Bombard, and Thiemann. And serving is Haley Bowling for the Ogilvie Lions, dug up by Bombard to Rydberg. And Staber will look for the kill off the block, kept alive by Hines. Bowling, and now hitting it across is Caitlin Sundet, but that is out of bounds, and we're tied at 5. Maddie Bombard checks out. In for her is Emma Hermanson. And back to serve is Chloe Lind. Lind's serve is over and long, and Ogilvie the lead right back, 6-5. Substitution here, Olivia Sundet checks out. In for her is Addison Reed. Reed, one of the many juniors on this Lions squad. Her serve is up, it is over, dug up by Summer Thiemann. Rydberg with the set, and Sage Staber off the block at the net, kept alive by the libero for Ogilvie, and the libero healed will get it back across. Dug up by Lind, and Jusak wants to line this one up. That's down in front of the diving healed, and that'll tie this game back at 6 here in the first set. So after scoring 3 straight points, Pine City gives up 4 unanswered to the Ogilvie Lions, and we have been tied back and forth ever since. That serve just over the net by Staber and dug up by the Lions. Now Lex Nearing looking for the kill, dug up by Staber, and Jusak gets it back across, dug up by Reed. And Cadence Pierce will come to the net, dug up on the dive by Lind. And Jusak mistimed that one as that hit goes into the net. And Ogilvie takes the lead right back, 7-6. Robin Odegaard checks in for Sage Staber now on the Pine City side. Pine City, after leading 3-0 and giving up a 4-point run to the Ogilvie Lions, have not led since. Lind with the dig off the serve. And hitting it across is Carly Jusak. Healed with the dig. And Caitlin Sundet looked for the hit back across. We get a whistle there on Ogilvie, which will tie us back up at 7. Now back to serve for the Dragons is Carly Jusak. Jusak's serve is over. Dug up by the Lions, Nearing, and Pierce with the hit at the net, but blocked by Hermanson, and now the Lions have it back. Blocked again by the Dragons off the hit by Caitlin Sundet, and it'll get down, and Pine City will take their first lead since leading 3-0. 8-7 they lead now, and Carly Jusak will serve once again for Pine City. Serve is over. Dug up by Heald. The net for Hines, and now that's Pierce looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Dragons, and now trying to hit it across was Hermanson, but she'll hit it right into the net, and that will be point Ogilvie, tied back up at 8 now. Carly Jusak checks out, and in for her is going to be Hannah Bombard. Tied at 8 as Bailey Heald will get set for the serve for Ogilvie. Her serve is over, dug up by Agard to Rydberg. Hermanson lines this one up, dug up by Nearing, and Pierce looks to just tap it across, dug up nicely by Rydberg, and she looks for the kill across. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Heald. Hines sets up Nearing, and Nearing diving dig by Lind is not enough, and that'll give the Lions the lead right back, 9-8. Ogilvie Lions They're staying strong here in this first set as Heald readies the serve. It is up and a lob over, dug up by Odegaard to Rydberg. And Agard will push it across to Heald with the dig. Reed, and now hit back across by Hines. Dug up by Lind. Hermanson looks for the kill, and that is down for the kill from Emma Hermanson, and that'll tie this set back at 1. Or at 9 in the first set, excuse me. 9 apiece here in the first set between the Lions and the Dragons. Waiting for the ball to get back rolled in. There it is. And Emma Hermanson will be back to serve for Pine City. Serve is up, it is over. Dug up by Reed for Ogilvie. Gaines Pierce lines this one up, blocked at the net by Lind, and that's down. A block by Chloe Lind will give the Dragons a 10-9 lead now here in set number 1. Serve is over from Hermanson, dug up by Heald. That's going to go right back over the net, and trying to get after it is Abby Agard. And as she dove back for it, her teammate Hannah Bombard was right there to try and help her out. But I think Agard seen it right at the last second and kind of let up because she didn't want to run into her own teammate. I get it. Trying to protect you and your teammate. Don't want to hurt anybody. But that will tie it at 10 as Cadence Pierce is back to serve. Pierce's serve is dug up by Maddie Bombard to Rydberg. And Lind will line this one up, and yeah, that one's down for a point. 11-10. Lind with the kill. If Lind gets a clean one like that, I mean, it is good night. Robin Odegaard will check out and in for Staber. Back to serve now is Arissa Rydberg. I mean, if Lind gets a piece of one like that, it is pretty much lights out for that ball. That serve is dug up, not cleanly by Heald, and then into the bench area. Grace Hines goes to try and get the dig. She got a hand on it, but it's not going to be enough, and that'll make it 12-10 Pine City. Rydberg's serve is over and dug up by the Lions, and then back across Lind with the attempted kill. Now back across again, blocked at the net by the Dragons. Agard keeps it alive, and now Staber with a chance for a kill off the block at the net. It's down. Pierce with the diving attempt just past her outstretched arm. Oh no! Oh, I don't know what the call was, but the point is for Ogilvie. So I did not see what they called, but they give the point to Ogilvie on that one. It's 12-11. Serving is Hines. Pushed back across by Sage Staber, and it's pushed back across out of bounds by the Lions, and Sage Staber just kind of shrugged her shoulders and goes, well, it works. Didn't get the cleanest dig, but he just shrugged her shoulders and says, hey, it's all good. Jusak checks in for Hannah Bombard. And Abby Agard with the serve now. It's over. Dug up by Pierce. Back across. Lind with the hit back across. Dug up by the Lions again. And Olivia Sundett will hit this one a little too far out of bounds. And that will make it 14-11. Pine City with the lead here in set number 1. Agard's serve is over. Dug up by Pierce. Back across the net. Jusak looks for the kill. It's dug up nicely, though, by Bowlings. And now hit across by Olivia Sundett. Dragons with it. Jusak looking for the kill. Nice job by Cadence Pierce to get set up for that one, but wrong direction that ball goes. And it's down Pine City's point, 15-11. Still here in the first set. We're reaching about that midway point. It is up, it's over with the serve. Heald with the dig. Hines, the skipping Air Jordan type dig was not enough to get it back into play, and down for a point for Pine City. It's 16-11. Pine City with the lead, and Ogilvie will take a timeout here in the first set. 16-11 here on the scoreboard. Don't forget, over on 95.5 FM, the Brown Bombers taking on the East Central Eagles. More Great River Conference action here on Q Media. It's been a very cool couple of weeks here where we've had a ton of Great River Conference action. Whether it's Pine City playing Bram or Rush, or Bram playing, Rush or Mille Lacs. We've had a ton of action here in the Great River Conference the last couple of weeks. It's been fun. And even though some of these games have seemed lopsided, I know that watching the games, the matches have been a lot closer than what the scoreboard at the final shows. So blessed to be a part of calling these games, because they are fun. Abby Agard with the serve for Pine City. It's over, dug up by Heald. Hines keeps it alive and now looking for the kill is Nearing. Dug up by the Dragons. Lind pushed across off the block by the Ogilvie Lions, and Lind will push it down, and that's another point for Pine City, 17-11. Agard gets ready for the serve again. We had something fall onto the court. Ogilvie Lion player gets it off, and we're set to serve, and Agard's serve goes long as Ogilvie will get a point back, 17-12. Agard will check out in for her Summer Thiemann. And now back to serve for the Ogilvie Lions is Haley Bowling. Serve is over, dug up by Jusak. Rydberg, and now Chloe Lind has this one lined up, but blocked at the net by the Lions, and they keep it alive. Nearing gets it across, dug up by Maddie Bombard. At the net for Rydberg, and Chloe Lind just taps it across, diving dig by the Lions, and now it's Caitlin Sundet who hits this one a little too long to make it 18-12. Pine City with the lead. Bombard checks out, and for her is Emma Hermanson. And Lind goes back to serve, 18-12, getting toward the late parts of this first set. Lind's serve is over, dug up by Heald. It gets to the net, off the net, and Grace Hines was right there. Good job of setting up for it for the rebound off the net, but just couldn't grab it. Enough air under it. And it's 19-12, Pine City with the lead. Set number one. Lind with the serve, it's up, it's over, and that's going to be an ace for Chloe Lind. Cadence Pierce, that one kind of hung a little bit weird for her, and she just couldn't get a clean read on it, and falls right down, right in front of her. She may have got a hand on it, but I don't know if it touched the court first. Lind with the serve, dug up by Heald, chasing after it, Hines, and she gets it, and keeping it alive. The Lions get it across from Caitlin Sundet. It's at the net. Nice job by Arissa Ryberg to get that off the rebound on the net. Emma Hermanson right there waiting for it, but just couldn't get enough lift on it. And that falls for a Ogilvie Lion point, 20-13. Going back to serve is Addison Reed. Checking in for Olivia Sundet. Reed with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Chloe Lind. Ryberg sets. Emma Hermanson. And Heald. She's going to hit that one with her forearms almost. And that's almost always a sure thing that one's going to go towards the court. 21-13. Robin Odegaard checks in for Sage Staber, as Robin Odegaard will go back to serve. 21-13, the Dragons lead. It's over with the serve. Heald the dig, and looking for the kill is Caitlin Sundet. She hits it into the net, and it's 22-13, Pine City. Robin Odegaard back to serve again. She's got a couple of starts this year as well, and has played pretty well. Dug up on the serve by the Lions. Hit by Sundet is long. And I mentioned on Tuesday in the broadcast when Ogilvie was up at Mille Lacs, I said if Olivia and Caitlin Sundet can get a little bit more control on their hits, they are going to be very, very dangerous players because they've got a nice swing. They've got good placement on their hits, but they've got a little too much juice on their arm, too strong on some of their hits, and if they can dial it in, man, they'll be dangerous players, as Odegaard knew it as soon as she hit it. She hits it into the net on her serve, 23-14, and the Lions will have a chance now to go on a run and try and get close within the lead, if not tie it. It's going to be Lex Nearing with the serve. It's dug up by Summer Thiemann, and Hermanson will look for the kill, dug up by Nearing. Cadence Pierce looks for the kill, and Lynn, just a tad bit of a late reaction to it. It goes off her out of bounds, and Ogilvie Lions will get the point, 23-15. Nice hit there by Cadence Pierce. We watched her play basketball last year as an 8th grader, and very talented athlete. As the serve is over from Nearing, it's going to go into the net, off the net, and getting it across are the Dragons. Nice job by Rydberg again, getting the rebound off the net. Caitlin Sundet, and that one is just long by Sundet, and that will be out. Another point for Pine City. They have set point here as they lead 24-15. Carly Jusak with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Nearing. Cadence Pierce will look for the kill off the block from Hermanson. Dragons keep it alive, did Agard, and Hermanson will get it back across. Reed with the dig. Cadence Pierce will look to line this one up again. Off the block by Hermanson again. Dug up by Agard, and Ryberg had the spot she wanted it. And it caught the Lions off guard, but just a little too far with that hit. And it's 24-16. Hannah Bombard will check in for Carly Jusak. And back to serve for the Lions is Bailey Heald. 24-16 set point. Heald with the serve. And dug up by Odegaard on the dive. And Lynn will get it back across. Dug up by Reed. And Bowling will look for the kill. It's into the net, and that will be it for set number 1. Pine City takes it 25-16. And they will lead 1-0 over the Ogilvie Lions here in a Great River Conference matchup. The Pine City Dragons lead 1-0 after taking the first set 25-16. So we're in the intermission, if you will. And we're getting ready to go to set number 2. But before we do that, we'll take a commercial break and hear a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
106.5 FM, AM 1350, the site for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions. Over on 95.5 FM, Bram hosting East Central, another Great River Conference matchup here this evening. And I do believe Bram took set 1 over East Central. Not sure of the score, so once I get the score, I will get it to you. Trying to keep track. A lot of teams still trying to be in the race for that top spot in the Great River Conference, but tonight it could decide the conference. Rush City playing Mille Lacs here tonight. The only two teams left undefeated in the conference. And whoever wins will take the top spot, and that it's going to be tough to chase down either one of those. Whoever wins tonight, it's going to be tough to chase either one of them down because both those teams look extremely strong this year, and it'll be interesting to see that one. I wouldn't be surprised if that one goes 5 sets. I mean, those two teams are very, very good this year. You got Ashley Strang, one of the strongest hitters in the Great River Conference. And then you've got Rush City, who is they are just so good fundamentally all around. Maggie Smetna, by the way, with the dig for Pine City, and then I don't know if Abby Agard slipped or if she just didn't catch up with it in time. The dig was by Maggie Smetna, and then Agard got to it. Again, I don't know if she slipped or what, but Lind couldn't get up to it. And now it's 1-0 Ogilvie with the serve is Grace Hines for the Lions. Dug up by Smetna once again to Rydberg, and Lind will look to get it across. Blocked at the net by the Lions to get it back across by Agard. And now Nearing looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Dragons. Abby Agard looked for the dig. She got a hand on it, but right behind her was Hannah Bombard, and she was ready to get it if Agard didn't. But 2-0 now. Lions with the lead here in set number 2. Hines with the serve. It's over. Smetna once again with the dig. Lynn will line this one up. It is out. 3-0. Ogilvie. Early lead here in set number 2. As Grace Hines gets set for the serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Hannah Bombard. Rydberg with the dig, Rydberg with the dig. Hit across by Lynn. The Lions look to keep it alive, and that went funky. They got it on one side, then the set went all the way across the net to the other side for Lex Nearing, and it got close to the net, and just that's a tough play for anybody. 3-1 now as Arissa Rydberg is back to serve. It's just over the net, and the dig from Heald goes well behind her, and her teammates chase after it, but they're not going to get to it. 3-2 is the score now. Pine City trying to erase that 3-0 start that they had here to begin the second set. Rydberg's serve is over. Dug up by Nearing, and Cadence Pierce looks for the kill. Dug up by Bombard, and that's going to go well behind the Dragons team. They won't catch up with it, and now it's 4-2 Ogilvie. Heald checks out, and in for her is going to be Caitlin Sundet. Getting set to serve is Haley Bowling. Bowling's serve is over. Dug up by Hannah Bombard. Maddie Bombard right there to get it off the finger roll, and now Rydberg will hit it across. Dug up by the Lions. And looking for the kill is Olivia Sundet, and Maddie Bombard just went after that one a little too slowly as it got behind Hannah Bombard, and I think she was expecting Maddie Bombard to go after it, and Bombard didn't, and that hits right in there. That's just a pocket behind all the defenders, and now it's 5-2 Ogilvie. Hannah Bombard with the dig. Chloe Lind looks for the kill, and there it is. 5-3 now. Chloe Lind with the kill. Carly Jusak will check in for Hannah Bombard. Abby Agard set to serve for Pine City. Ogilvie a 5-3 lead here in set number 2. Agard's serve is down for an ace. Wow. I don't know if that touched in or if Heald got a hand on it, but the point is for Pine City, and it's 5-4. Ogilvie still with the lead. Agard's serve on that last one just got over the net. This one will get over cleanly. Pierce with the dig, and now it is at the middle of the net. Hit across by Lind, and the Lions keep it alive. They hit it back across. Abby Agard with the dig, and Carly Jusak looks for the kill. Just off the fingertips, and she gets it across, and it's down. That'll make it 5-all here in set number 2. Abby Agard getting set to serve once again. We're tied at 5. Serve is over, dug up by Pierce to Hines, and Caitlin Sundet hits it across to Agard with the dig. Carly Jusak will line this one up right in between Pierce and Heald. Down for the kill from Carly Jusak. It's 6-5. Pine City now has the lead here in set number 2. Agard with the serve. It is over but out. Out on the near side, and that'll tie things back up at 6. Summer Thiemann checks into the game for Abby Agard. Tied at 6, and Olivia Sundet checks out. In for her is Addison Reed, and she will go back to serve, Will Reed. Her serve is that in? Is it out? Is it in? Out, just out. That one looked like it was definitely going to be flying out, but it took a nosedive there at the last possible second, and it got close to getting in, but it is out. So 7-6, Pine City with the lead. Chloe Lind back to serve. Checking in is Sky Ahrens for Maddie Bombard. The serve is over, dug up by Reed. And Caitlin Sundett looks for the kill, blocked at the net by the Dragons. And Lions keep it alive, but they cannot get it back over the net as they started to scramble as that ball kind of went every which way, but the way they wanted it to. So now 9-6 here for Pine City as Lind readies the serve. She'll run up on it. Here is the serve. It is over, dug up by Heald to Hines. And getting it across. No, Caitlin Sundett could not get it over the net. It goes into the net, down 10-6, Point Pine City. As the Dragons lead here in set number 2. They won the first set 25-16, and they trailed for much of this early part of the first set, but now lead 10-6. That does hit the net off the serve, but nice diving dig by Addison Reed. Cadence Pierce with the hit across, dug up by Rydberg, and Carly Jusak will look for the kill across, but Reed with the dig for Ogilvie. And now Cadence Pierce looks for the hit across, blocked by Aaron. She hits it back across. Ogilvie Lions have it, and Caitlin Sundett back across the net, dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg. Jusak with another chance for a kill, dug up by Reed off the dive, and then a set attempt goes in front of all the Ogilvie Lions, goes to the front of the net, and falls for a point for Pine City, 11-6. Lind's serve is up, and it is long. And Lions will get one back here, 11-7. Going back to serve is Lex Nearing. Her serve is up. It is over, dug up by Maggie Smetna. Rydberg will keep it alive. Nice hustle by her, and then hit across by Jusak. Heald will dive after it and keep it alive. And now Pierce looks for the kill. Oh, blocked at the net by Sky Ahrens. That ball hung on the net for a moment, and then hitting it into the net is Caitlin Sundett. Man, blocked at the net by Ahrens, and then it sat there and spun on the net for about a second or two before getting back across to the Ogilvie side of the net, 12-7. Maggie Smetna will line up to serve now. Here, her serve is over. Dug up by the Lions. Hitting it across is Nearing. Dug up by Rydberg. Sky Ahrens chase after it and unable to grab it cleanly, and it will be down for a point for Ogilvie. Maggie Smetna out. In for her is Robin Odegaard. And back to serve for the Ogilvie Lions will be Bailey Heald. Her serve is up, and it is a lob. It is over, dug up by Sky Ahrens to Rydberg. Carly Jusak looks for the kill off the top of the net, and I don't think it got blocked. I think it just hit the net. So down for a point for Ogilvie. It may have gotten blocked, and if it was, nice job by the Lions, but I think it may have just gotten a piece of the net. Again, it's Bailey Heald to serve for the Ogilvie Lions. 12-9, dug up by Thiemann. And Jusak will push this one across. Heald right there for the dig for the Lions. And Bowling looks for the kill. Summer Thiemann with the dig. Sky Ahrens looks for the kill, and it's just a little too long. That one hung just a tad, and it's 12-10. Heald's serve is over, dug up by Thiemann. To Rydberg, setting up for Sky Ahrens, and that one's in! Sky Ahrens with the kill. Great placement on that kill. Summer Thiemann out. In for her is Abby Agard. And again, we see a lot of substitutions for Pine City. They constantly are subbing in and out people, again, just to keep those legs fresh and keep them ready to go. We get the ball back to Carly Jusak, who will serve for the Pine City Dragons, 13-10. Serve is over, and that's out. Serve is just long. Heald watched that one all the way, and right at the last second she pulled up. Watch that one go long, and Ogilvie will get one back here. Jusak out. In is Hannah Bombard, and back to serve for the Lions is Cadence Pierce. Pierce serve long. So 14-11 after the serve goes long for Pierce. Ahrens out. In for her is Maddie Bombard. She gets set to serve. Serve is over, dug up by Heald from one libero to the other. And Bowling looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Dragons, kept alive by Odegaard. And towards the front of the net Agard gets it across, blocked at the net. Not quite enough, though, by the Dragons as Bombard tried to get the dive, but just out of her reach. And now it's 14-12. Still in favor of Pine City, but Ogilvie trying to get back in the lead. Robin Odegaard with the dig, and Hannah Bombard tried to get that one, but she didn't want to hurt her teammate in any way as Robin Odegaard dove after it and just couldn't move in time for Hannah Bombard. And now Grace Hines serve again, dug up by Bombard, or Odegaard, And now Lind looks for the kill. The kill from Chloe Lind makes it 15-13 Pine City. Maggie Smetna checks in for Robin Odegaard as the Dragons hold a 15-13 lead. And that ball will get rolled back in here to Arissa Rydberg, who is back to serve for the Dragons now, as they lead in set number 2, 15-13, and 1-0 over the Ogilvie Lions. Rydberg's serve is over, dug up by Heald. Olivia Sundett will get it back across. Hannah Bombard dig. Agard looks for the kill. I think that one might have hit the net a little bit and then rolled over. Either way, Abby Agard gets the kill for Pine City, 16-13. The lead now for Pine City in set number 2. Rydberg's serve is over. Dug up by Nearing. And Nearing looks for the kill, and Arissa Rydberg, nice diving attempt that got back over the net, but a little too far. It goes out of bounds. And point back for Ogilvie. Back and forth, because this is kind of similar to that Mille Lacs game. Just back and forth. One side really couldn't grab a firm grasp of the lead, and kind of similar here in this one. Smetna gets the dig off the serve. Agard hits it across for the Dragons. Lions get the dig, and towards the front of the net, Nearing gets the kill for Ogilvie. Lex Nearing gets the kill and the point for Ogilvie, and they are now within 1 of that Dragon lead. By the way, the Bram Bombers win the first set over the East Central Eagles 25-19, and then the second set 25-14. So Bram leads 2-0 over East Central, and this one is into the net after Chloe Lind didn't get a big enough push on the ball, and we're tied at 16. Ogilvie looking to pull off an upset here tonight over the Pine City Dragons, and what an upset it would be. Bowling with the serve, dug up by Smetna, and pushed across by Lind. Caitlin Sundett gets it across, dug up by Smetna again. Rydberg with the set, Agard off the block at the net. Oh, and kept alive by Bowling for a moment. And then Hines got a piece of it, but it finds the court, and it's 17-16. Pine City will take back the lead. Jusak checks in for Hannah Bombard. And now back to serve is Abby Agard. Will get the ball rolled to her. Dragons lead 1-0 over Ogilvie. Serve is over, dug up by the Lions, Heald, and Caitlin Sundett gets it across for the Lions. Now Lynn will look to line this one up for the kill. Off the block at the net from the Lions. It gets down right in front of Cadence Pierce. And the Dragons get another point back here, 18-16. They retake their lead. And we're going to get a timeout here by the Ogilvie Lions. So Ogilvie will call a timeout here, and I'm not going to question why the timeout was called, but it's just a bit of a strange spot to call a timeout. Your team has done pretty good so far. They've come back from a deficit to tie it up. Unfortunately, they couldn't take the lead, but Pine City only has a 2-point lead now. But again, the timeout here called by the head coach for the Ogilvie Lions, Pam Nichols, and interesting spot to call this timeout as, again, only a 2-point lead for Pine City, but this is something where head coach Nichols probably just sees something out there that her team can exploit, and maybe they're not noticing it out on the court, so she wants to just let them know, hey, real quick, I see something out there that you guys may not have caught on to yet, and here's what it is. Let's make sure we go get after this and tie this game back up and take the lead and steal set number 2 away from Pine City. Again, we are towards the late stages of set number 2. Pine City 1 set 1, 25-16. They lead set 2, 18-16, but man, it really feels like Ogilvie is in here to steal this one away from the Dragons, and that one goes into the net. Nice rebound by Hines, but unable to get it over, and Dragons will get another one back, 19-16. Abby Agar with the serve. It's over, dug up by Cadence Pierce. And Olivia Sundett looks for the kill, and that is in. Olivia Sundett. Beautiful placement on that one on the near side here. As Summer Thiemann checks in for Abby Agard for the Dragons, and Addison Reed will check in for Olivia Sundett for the Lions. And Addison Reed will go back to serve. Reed's serve is over. Dug up by Bombard. Now Jusak looks for the kill. Healed, gets it, kept alive by Reed, and hitting it back across is Cadence Pierce. Thiemann with the dig to Ryberg. Jusak will get it back across. Diving dig by Reed, keeps it alive. And now Hines back across for Pine City as it's dug up by Bombard. Lind will line this one up. Blocked at the net by the Lions, and keeping it alive was Lind. And then the set from Maggie Smetna to Lind. She had to dive once again off the court. Couldn't get it across, and now Ogilvie back within 1. Addison Reed the serve, and this one is dug up by Bombard. Chasing after it is Thiemann. Nice hustle, and Arissa Ryberg will get it back across. Dug up by Reed. This is back across the net. Trying to kick it alive is Hines, but that's down, and just the light tap from Carly Jusak will give the Dragons a point. Aarons checks in for Bombard. Maddie Bombard, that is. As Chloe Lind back to serve now for the Dragons, who lead 20-18. Lind serve hits the net. It's down. An ace for Chloe Lind. The net can be your friend or enemy, and it was the big friend there to Chloe Lind as that serve hit the net and then bounced over and was down for an ace. Lind serve again into the net, but dug up by Reed this time. Reed will hit it back across, dug up by Rydberg. Sky Aarons with the set, and Jusak pushes it across, and that's going to go out of bounds off the dig from Grace Hines. So 22-18 now. Pine City with the lead here in set number 2, late stages. Chloe Lind with the serve. It is, Lex Nearing got a hand on it, and I don't know if she had much choice there. It was a late reaction, but I think it was close to being out, and then Nearing might have seen that, hey, it's not actually going to go all the way out of bounds, so she had to do something. And unfortunately does not get enough of a lift on it. And this is an ace again from Chloe Lind, as Healed. Late reaction to that one, and that makes it 24-18. Set point now for Pine City. 24-18, set number 2. Pine City leads 1-0. Chloe Lind back to serve for Pine City. Looking for set point. That serve is not going to be it, as that's long from Lind. 24-19. Ogilvie still in it. They've got to get 5 straight points, though, if they want to try and win this second set. It's Lex Nearing with the serve. And Summer simply missed on the dig. She's a little embarrassed on that one, as that's kind of a swing and miss in slow pitch softball. You're embarrassed when you do it, but it happens. It happens. She'll get another chance, right? Oh, no. Chloe Lind ducked under that one. An ace there for the Ogilvie Lions for Lex Nearing. And all of a sudden, here come the Lions, 24-21. Serve from Nearing again. This one dug up by Aaron. She's going to be the aggressor on that one. And Jusak will look for the tap across. Dug up, though, by Pierce. And pushing it across is Pierce. Dug up by Rydberg this time to Lind. And Jusak will just tap it back across. Pierce with the dig to Hines. Pierce lining this one up. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Lions. And they get it back across. What hustle by the Lions to keep that one alive. Scott Aarons wants to end it right here. And that is off a dig. Kept alive by the Lions. And that will not get back over the net. And the Dragons get that second set, 25-21 over the Ogilvie Lions. So the second set is taken by Pine City, 25-21. And we go to what could possibly be the third and final set here at Pine City High School in this Great River Conference matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions. We'll take a commercial break here, a word from our fine sponsors, and when we come back, we'll be ready for that third and what could be possibly the third and final set. You're listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sydney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sydney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com. Dragons lead 2-0 over the Ogilvie Lions, but that second set, Ogilvie showed that, hey, we are not out of this by any means. They almost stole that second set from the Dragons. It looked like they were about to, but coming up just short. This third set should be an interesting one. By the way, over on 95.5 FM, that volleyball game is wrapped up between the Bram Bombers and the East Central Eagles. Bram takes it 3-0 over the Eagles. They took it in the first set 25-19, then second set 25-14, and the third set 25-10. So they steadily improved each and every set and take it 3-0. Here in Pine City, though, this one looks like it could go extra for Pine City, if you're a Pine City fan. If you're Ogilvie, I think you're looking with a lot of hope to this third set. The serve is over, dug up by the Lions. And Maggie Smetnow with the kill attempt, but dug up nicely by Pierce. And now Olivia Sundet will look for the kill, blocked at the net by Lynn, hitting it across his bowling, and dug up nicely by Abby Agard. Now Lynn looks for the kill, and there is that one. Swing and down kill from Lynn. 1-0. It's Arissa Ryberg serving for Pine City here to begin the third set. This serve is over, dug up by Heald to Pierce, and Sundet will push it across backwards. Dug up by the Dragons, and Agard will push this one across. Heald gets the dig, and kept alive by the Lions, and Olivia Sundet gets it across, dug up by the Dragons. Abby Agard looks for the kill. Heald gets the dig, and then chasing after it was Grace Hines, but unable to get the set. And it's out of bounds. 2-0 now, Pine City. Arissa Rydberg to serve once again. It's over, dug up by Heald. This is going to be right towards the net, but Hines does a nice job, and Lynn will just push this one back across for the third point for the Dragons. Again, when that ball gets to the middle of the net like that, a lot of times the other team is just going to be super aggressive and just poke it back over, more or less down, and get the point. Dug up by the Lions off the serve, and then the Dragons get it alive off the block, and Maggie Smetna gets it across. Dug up by the Lions. Olivia Sundet pushes it across. Dug up by Smetna. And Agard looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Lions, and then Sundet pushes it way back. But nice job keeping it alive by the Lions. And now Lynn will look for the kill. Oh, my goodness. Nearing tried. She did everything she could to try and keep that one alive, but that went off of her and went way back to the gym wall. And that shows the power of the hit from Chloe Lynn. Rydberg back to serve as it's 4-0 here for Pine City. It's over and long. And sometimes those are the mistakes that can put a team right back in a game. When you've got 4 straight points, all of a sudden a serve goes long, you hit it into the net, or you have miscommunication, something like that, and all of a sudden the opposing team comes back with a few straight points of their own. But not that time, as that serve goes long. We'll make it 5-1. Abby Agard to serve for Pine City. Her serve is over, dug up by Heald. Hines with the set, and Nearing looks for the kill, and that's going to go off of Rydberg into the gym wall. That'll make it 5-2. Ogilvie with the point. Nearing, nice kill on that one. Good swing. Thiemann in for Abby Agard, and back to serve for the Lions is Bowling. Haley Bowling. Right-handed serve is over. Bombard gets the dig. Ryberg aggressive on the set, and Smetna will push it across. Dug up by Pierce. And now Nearing looks for the kill, but it's long. Long on the kill attempt from the Lions, and it's 6-2 now. Maddie Bombard checks out, in for hers Emma Hermanson, and back to serve is Chloe Lind. Serve is over. That's going to be long, so back-to-back serves go long. And it's 6-3. Still in favor of Pine City, but Ogilvie Lions will serve. It's Addison Reed checking in for Olivia Sundet. And these are the mistakes you want to avoid here in the third set if you're Pine City, because you do not want to give the Lions any bit of hope for a comeback. But if you're the Lions, you take those, because those are free points. Lions get the dig. Nearing looking for the kill. Keeping it alive is Lind off the diving dig. Hermanson looks for the kill. Dug up by Addison Reed. Chasing after it is Grace Hines, and unable to keep that one alive. Oh, the Lions, the hustle by the Lions here that I have seen is just unmatched. I mean, my goodness, they are after everything. Staber in for Rydberg, and Morgan Mako in for Smetna. So Morgan Mako will go back to serve. The only 10th grader on this varsity roster. Mako with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Reed. Looking for the kill is Nearing. Dug up by Staber to Thiemann. And hitting it across is Mako. Dug up by Reed once again. Pierce looks to line this one up. Locked at the net by the Dragons. They get it across. I don't know if it was Mako or Staber who got it, but they got it. And now kill there by Cadence Pierce. A pretty soft hit, but sometimes, again, all you need is just a pinpoint accurate hit to find an open pocket in the court for the kill, and that's what she did on that one. And now the serve from Nearing. That's dug up by Thiemann. Morgan Mako with the set and push across by Hermanson. Nice job by Nearing to get after that one, and then at the net, kept alive by the Lions after the block from Pine City. Pierce gets it across. Thiemann with the dig, and Staber will get it back across, and this is going to be tough for Addison Reed, but unable to. Pine City got the Lions scrambling on that one. They got the dig, got the set. That went well backwards, but then Reed got after it, got to it, and almost got that one back across, just unable to. Got a couple substitutions. Hannah Bombard checks in. Agard checks back in for the Dragons. Hannah Bombard will go back to serve. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Nearing. And Nearing will look for the kill. Right to Mako, though, for the dig. Agard looks for the kill. Back across the other way. Dug up by Heald. Caitlin Sundet hits it across. Agard with the dig. Staber looks for the kill. Dug up nicely by Nearing. And hitting it backwards back across the net. That is Grace Hines, who is standing with her back to the net. Hits it with the back of her hand and gets it down. Point Ogilvie 8-5 now. Bailey Heald to serve for the Ogilvie Lions. Serve is over. Dug up by Agard. Hermanson looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Lions, but they could not prevent that one from heading straight down to the court off the block, and it's 9-5 Pine City. The Ogilvie Lions sitting one game above 500, trying not to go down to 500. The Dragons trying to get to double-digit wins on the season, trying to grab their 10th. And at the net, Lind. Lind, I don't think even knew that got the point. I think she might have hit the net, but she wasn't sure. And either way, Pine City does get the point on that one, 10-5. Serve is over, dug up by Nearing. And Pierce looks for the kill off the block at the net from Lind. Dragons keep it alive and hit across by Lind. Now looking for it, the Lions. It's Bowling, but blocked down at the net by Lind and Staber. And point Pine City 11-5 now. Dragons lead 2-0 and lead in this third set 11-5. Maddie Bombard with the serve for Pine City, dug up by Reed. Hines with the set. Nearing looks for the kill, and right off the block from Lind, it goes down to the court. Point for Ogilvie, 11-6. Olivia Sundet will check in for Addison Reed. And back to serve is Cadence Pierce for the Lions. Pierce serve is over, dug up by Hannah Bombard to Morgan Mako and Sage Staber with the push. Lions get the dig, and Olivia Sundet looks for the kill, and that is just out. I was headed for that back pocket on the near side, and it just went long. Smetna in for Mako. Rydberg in for Staber on the Dragon side, and Rydberg goes back to serve. 12-6, the Dragon lead now here in set number 3. Dragons looking to try and keep themselves alive in the Great River Conference race for the title. Of course, the two undefeated teams left in the conference are battling tonight. Mille Lacs and Rush City going at it. Meanwhile, the Ogilvie Lions get a point back as Pine City got set scrambling there and off a block at the net, and Smetna didn't get the lift she wanted on a hit, and now it's 12-7. Pine City still with the lead, but Lions trying to make that comeback. It's Grace Hines with the serve. Dug up by Maddie Bombard now to Lind and pushed across by Abby Agard. Dug up by the Lions. Bowling will try to hit it across. Blocks at the net though by Agard and Lind. It's down for a point for Pine City, 13-7. Bowling had an awkward spot to try and hit that one from. She did a good job just to get it over the net, but Lind and teammate Agard right there waiting for it. This is down for an ace for the Pine City Dragons, 14-7 now. On the serve from Abby Agard. Abby Agard grabs an ace. And she'll serve it again. This one's into the net though, and it's 14-8. Healed out in for her is Caitlin Sundet, and back to serve is Haley Bowling. Bowling with the serve. It's up, over. Dug up by Bombard, Maddie Bombard that is, because Hannah Bombard will hit it across. Dug up by Bowling. Grace Hines, and now Nearing looking for the kill, and Summer Thiemann almost beside herself. But they're going to say it was tipped. I think, no, bit of confusion going on here. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on because the head judge said it's Pine City's point. The scoreboard says it's Ogilvie's point. If it's Pine City's point, it should be 15-8, but they have the scoreboard 14-9. But the Dragons getting set to serve. I believe it is 15-9 as the ace for Chloe Lind. And now that'll make it 16-8, I believe. So I think they may have said that Thiemann got a hand on it, but the rest of the judges did not agree and say she didn't get a hand on it. Thiemann was almost beside herself because she just got her hands away from it. But now we're going to go to the scores table. I think it should be 16-8. I think that's the right score, but they're going to just come together and talk about it real quick. Because, again, there was some confusion. It was 15-9 for a moment. Or 14-9, one of those two. I'm confused now. I've confused myself. I'm not sure. We're going to get everything figured out, though. They're at the scores table figuring it out right now. Pine City with the lead here in this Great River Conference battle between the Ogilvie Lions and Pine City Dragons. 2-0. We're still going to... We get back out to the court now, and looks like we have the correct score on the scoreboard. 16-8 is the score. Serve is dug up by the Lions, and now Nearing looks for the kill. Dug up by Thiemann on the diving dig. Ryberg gets the set. Hannah Bombard will push this one across, but that goes long, and that'll make it 16-9. Olivia Sundet will check out. In for her is Addison Reed. Of course, Reed will go back to serve for the Ogilvie Lions. So we're going back to the scores table again now, and I think everyone is just confused. Everyone's confused out there. 16-9 on the scoreboard. Seems to be the right score. As we get the serve, and it's dug up by Lind. Now to Rydberg, and Sky Aarons looks for the kill. Diving dig by Heald, sliding more or less. And Reed will get this one back across. Bombard with the dig. Hannah Bombard will hit it back across, and two Lions go after it. Heald will wind up getting the dig, and now Cadence Pierce looks for the kill. It is Joe. My goodness, just long. That's a tough one to watch if you're Pine City. I don't know if I would have, but they watched that one. It goes just long at 17-9 now. As Staber checks in for Rydberg, and looks like Mako will check in for Smetna. Smetna was coming to the side to get subbed out, and no one was there ready to sub in, but Morgan Mako will be subbed in, and she goes back to serve for the Dragons, who lead 17-9 here in set number 3. Her serve is over, dug up by Reed. Hines with the set, and now looking for the kill is Nearing, but it is just long on the hit from Nearing, 18-9. Nearing lined that one up pretty darn well. And if that one has a little less on it, that's definitely in, and it's down for a kill. But Morgan Mako with the serve, dug up by Reed. It's to the front of the net, and Nearing will look again for the kill. Blocked at the net by Sky Aarons. And Pine City will grab another point. They lead 19-9. And checking in for the first time tonight is Gabby Schumacher. We watched her grab an ace there on Tuesday night, and her team standing ovation for her on Tuesday night when she got that ace. She checks in for Chloe Lind as Morgan Mako with the serve. It is dug up by Reed. Hines with the set and pushed across by Pierce. And at the net, it's down on the Pine City side, 19-10. Pine City with the lead here, but the Lions trying to make a comeback here as Lex Nearing is back to serve for Ogilvie. Her serve is over, dug up by Thiemann, and hitting it across is Sage Staber. Dug up by Heald though. Hines sets, and Caitlin Sundet looks for the kill, and it is... Oh, I couldn't tell where that one went. The ball looked like it stayed on the Ogilvie side, but it definitely stayed on Pine City side off the block. And down for an Ogilvie point, 19-11. Serve across, dug up by Thiemann. That's going to go right back across the net and out of bounds. And Ogilvie will grab another point back, 19-12 now. Pine City leads 2-0. They won the first set 25-16 and the second set 25-21. So far, all of it's been going Pine City's way this third set, but Ogilvie gets another point back there as Pine City scrambled right off that serve. They hit it, it went under the net, and now it's 19-13. Still a ways to go here for Ogilvie, but we've seen how hard it is to knock them out, so to speak, and they show a lot of heart and a lot of fight, and they will not go quietly. Cadence Pierce looks for the kill, blocked at the net by Sky Aarons, kept alive by the Lions, and oh my goodness, I don't know how, but Lex Nearing nearly hit her teammate Grace Hines in the face as she went after it to hit it across the net. Either way, it got over the net, and it's down for a point for the Ogilvie Lions, but my goodness, nearly a bad catastrophe avoided for the Lions as they get this one back across the net. Schumacher, and now Sky Ahrens just taps it across, dug up by the Lions, and Caitlin Sundett will get it across. It's kept alive. Oh, well, no whistle, but the head judge kind of pointed halfway through that one to Ogilvie without blowing the whistle. 19-15, as Ogilvie gets another point back here, and Thiemann caught a break on that one. That serve may have been just long, but Thiemann caught a break because that one from my vantage point looked in, but I'm not on the court, and it's a lot different when you get down there. 20-15, Pine City will get a point back as Hannah Bombard is now set to serve. Her serve is over, dug up by Reed. And Nearing looks for the kill. That one is just long. 21-15 now. The score here in the third set. Pine City with the lead. Hannah Bombard with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Reed. To Heald. Nearing looks for the kill, and that is long again. 22-15. Surprised we haven't got a timeout yet by Ogilvie. No timeout, though. It's 22-15. Pine City with the lead, 2-0. Bombard serve is over. Dug up by Heald. Hines with the set. And Pierce with the hit across. And now Sage Staber gets it across right at the judges' table. And that's Pierce who hit it across. And now Summer Thiemann hits that one. It hits the net, rolls on the net, and then rolls over. Hits on the side of the Lions. And Pine City will grab another point. 23-15 they lead. Robin Odegaard checks in for Summer Thiemann. Summer Thiemann grabs the kill there on that one. Hannah Bombard looking to close this out for the Dragons. Her serve is over, dug up by Heald. Reed keeps track of it, and now pushed across by Grace Hines. Robin Odegaard looks for the kill. That one, oh my goodness. Nice job by Robin Odegaard to grab the kill. That one hits the net, spins, gets over the net, and down for Pine City's point, who now have match point, 24-15. Hannah Bombard looking to close it out. Dug up late there by Nearing. Pushed across by Reed. Odegaard gets the dig. And Odegaard looks to end it here. That is long, though, on the far side. So not over yet, and Ogilvie will have a second chance here. And I always feel like when you're serving, you have kind of a upper hand, so to speak. Because then you can go on the attack as to waiting for the serve. It's dug up here by Schumacher, and looking for the kill is Sky Ahrens, dug up by Reed. It's at the net, and nope, Emma Hermanson touched that was Sky Ahrens. Sky Ahrens' swing touches the net, so Ogilvie will get one back here, 24-17. They've got to score 7 straight points here to avoid this game ending. Heald back to serve, 24-17. It is over. Dug up by Schumacher. Ahrens looks for the kill, dug up by the Lions, kept alive by Hines. Bowling looks for the kill. Sky Ahrens, and one too many hits for the Dragons. 24-18. My goodness, the comeback is on here for the Lions. Heald back to serve. Heald serve is over. Dug up by Schumacher. Now hit across by Staber. Heald with the dig. Hines. Bowling looks for the kill. It's over. Dug up by Schumacher once again. It goes into the net, and trying to hit it back up and over, but Mako could not. Down for another point. 24-19. Lions, 5 more points. Heald with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Schumacher. Sky Ahrens will look to end it this time. She does, as that one goes off of the net and down, and the Dragons get the victory here, 25-19 here in the third set, and they win over the Ogilvie Lions 3-0. So the Pine City Dragons will improve. They will get their 10th win on the season, and will try and keep pace in the Great River Conference here with either Rush City or Mille Lacs, because those two teams are facing off tonight, and one of those teams will remain the only undefeated team in the Great River Conference and will have a great chance to grab that Great River Conference title. Whoever wins that game tonight almost guaranteed at least a share of the Great River Conference title. So I'm not going to say they'll win it yet, but they are almost guaranteed at the very least a share of that Great River Conference title, whoever wins tonight between Mille Lacs and Rush City down in Rush City. But here in this one, the Pine City Dragons get the victory 3-0. They win the first set 25-16, second set 25-21, and the third set 25-19. So the Pine City Dragons will improve to 10-3 on the season, to 5-1 in the 5-1 in the conference. Will remain 4-1 in the section. As for Ogilvie, they will drop to 500 on the season to 8-8. They will move to 1-5 in conference play. They've had a tough first part to the schedule, and it just doesn't get easier. This conference is a very, very tough conference, and it doesn't matter who's playing in it and who's playing against who. Any single night is a chance for a team to get an upset or grab a victory, and any night that teams play in the Great River Conference, it doesn't matter how good a team is or how good they look on paper or how they're undefeated in the conference. It doesn't matter, because at any given night in this Great River Conference, any one of these teams in this conference could grab an upset victory. But here tonight, the Pine City Dragons get the victory 3-0 over the Ogilvie Lions and keep pace, as I mentioned, with the Rush City Tigers and Mille Lacs Raiders at the top spot in the Great River Conference. Again, whoever wins that game between Mille Lacs and Rush City will stand alone at the top of the conference undefeated and will at least almost guarantee themselves a share of the Great River Conference title. But Pine City still has an opportunity to grab a part of that if they can go and win out here. As again, Pine City, their last part of their schedule does not get any bit easier. I mean, if anything, it almost gets harder. I mean, you look at it, because they do play, I believe, if I remember looking at it correctly, they do play Rush City once more down in Rush City as we're sitting at the 29th. So, yeah, next week, or actually on Saturday, they'll be in a tournament down in Chisago Lakes. But next week, they start with a match at home against East Central. Then that'll be their only game, a head-to-head match of the week before they head to a tournament up at ESCO next Saturday. And then the next Tuesday, which October 11th, they'll be in Rush City. Then the 13th, they'll be in Bram. And then they'll finish it up the week after that, the 18th, on the road, in Isle, or Onamia or Isle, against the Mille Lacs Raiders. So a tough end to the schedule, because you got East Central, who, again, a very tough team. They fight to the end. And then you've got Rush City, Bram, and Mille Lacs. These are the four teams I was talking about at the beginning of the year who were my picks to be finishing rate 1, 2, 3, 4. Mille Lacs, Rush City, Bram, and Pine City. Those were my four teams I had picked to finish towards the top of this conference, and they're all right there. So Pine City, those are important. Those are very important games against Rush, Bram, and Mille Lacs. And those are going to be all on the road for the Pine City Dragons, and that will not be an easy end to the year, as that last week of play is all on the road, starting Tuesday, October 11th, at Rush City. Then the 13th, it's in Bram, and then on the 18th, they wrap it up against Mille Lacs. So it's not an easy end to the schedule here for Pine City, but that's a couple of weeks away yet. But those are probably the most important games that they are looking forward to in order to try and grab some sort of share of that Great River Conference title. But again, here in this one, Pine City gets the victory 3-0 over the Ogilvie Lions. I want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Of course, give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors. Thanks for them for continuing to support the broadcast here on WCMP and, of course, on KBEK. We wouldn't be able to do it without them, so thank you so much to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring not only this broadcast, but all the broadcasts here on WCMP and KBEK. We've got more action coming for you tomorrow. We have football action here on WCMP and KBEK. As we go to the sports tab, the broadcast schedule here on WCMP. As we look to tomorrow, it's going to be Pine City up in Proctor against the Rails. That'll be right here on 106.5 FM AM 1350. Then it will be on KBEK 95.5 FM. The Rush City Tigers will host Greenway, the Raiders, for their homecoming game. And again, that'll be over on 95.5 FM. That'll wrap up this week of broadcast games for WCMP and KBEK. Once again, here in this game, the Pine City Dragons get the victory over the Ogilvie Lions, 3-0. Once again, want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Want to thank all of the fine sponsors for continuing to support our broadcasts. And for WCMP. Make sure, again, you tune in to the morning shows on KBK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and then on WCMP tomorrow with not News Drew, with our Pine City native, Joe Keyport is what I meant to say, for your sports update at 7:45 and 8:45 on 100.9 FM. For your sports update from not just this game, but all the games around the local listening area as well. And, of course, that Rush City Mille Lacs game, we'll have an update for you on that one. Final once again, Pine City 3, Ogilvie nothing. You have been listening to a volleyball broadcast here on WCMP. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night. And, of course, that Rush City Mille Lacs game, we'll have an update for you on that one. Final once again, Pine City 3, Ogilvie nothing. You have been listening to a volleyball broadcast here on WCMP. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.